What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 and Legends of Tomorrow Season 3. So some time has passed since the finale. It was a couple of weeks ago. Now, I've not addressed what I actually think happened at the end and what potentially could happen going forward. So within the finale, the Legends created a time storm by interacting with a different version of themselves, and my interpretation of this is them doing that has created a time paradox similar to a flashpoint in the Flash when he ran back in time and saved his mother. My interpretation of the ending scene where we've seen Los Angeles in 2017 is basically the Legends of Tomorrow's version of Flashpoint. So you could call it Paradox of Tomorrow. So within like the image that we see dinosaurs are roaming in Los Angeles in 2017. There's a Big Ben on top of a building in LA, but the last time I checked, the Big Ben was in the capital of England, which is London. So I think the first couple of episodes, like the first couple of episodes of The Flash, will actually be dealing with the Legends trying to fix the wrongs that they did with changing history and also interacting with themselves. So they've indirectly caused a paradox. But what's interesting is this paradox isn't going to be affecting Arrow season 6 and and The Flash season 4, which is kind of strange seeing as it's meant to be the Arrowverse, which is The Flash, Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. They're all supposed to be part of the same universe, but it's not really clear. My interpretation of what's going on is this is kind of a paradox where they've kind of jumped themselves into their own universe. That's the only explanation you can come up with, seeing as they've said that it's not going to affect the other shows. So it's quite funny how the season ended, how the season started. If you remember, Ray Palmer, aka Atom, was stuck in a universe with dinosaurs, and now we have a universe where you can't see any humans. There's lots of futuristic buildings and dinosaurs seem to be in charge. But what's interesting is Sarah Lance, aka Katie Locke, has said in an interview that she wants her and Captain Cold to get together and they could possibly be called Captain Canary. So it's interesting that the ramifications of them taking Captain Cold back to where he was before he joined the Legion of Doom, I think it was, or the Legends of Tomorrow, will possibly end up in Captain Cold being in the Legends of Tomorrow Season 3, or else she wouldn't have really said that that's what she wants to happen. So I've kind of taken that like it's a subtle hint that he's possibly going to be in it. We know he's going to be in an up-and-coming episode in The Flash Season 3. So Legends of Tomorrow Season 3 could, for me, make this the strongest show of them all, as within Season 2 they've built up from an amazing first season. But the only lacking point of Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 was there was a lack of Captain Cold, but obviously it was because he died. So futuristic world where animals are alpha other than humans does ring bells for a certain comic book character that a lot of people have been talking about. So I thought I would address it. So Kamandi is the biggest theory out there. A couple hours after Legends of Tomorrow actually finished, if you like looked up Legends of Tomorrow Season 3, Kamandi the Lost Boy was coming up. So I'm pretty sure Comic Book was the first source to kind of speak about it. So Kamandi the Lost Boy, it's referring to in the future the great disaster destroyed society as we know it, changing the status quo and leaving mutated animals as the dominated species and mankind as the minus animal. It is into this world that Kamandi emerges from bunker Kamandi D, and it is here that his struggle to survive begins. So I guess I can see where people are coming from, because they land in this paradox of tomorrow in 2017 where dinosaurs exist and they don't exist in the current timeline in real life and also within this program. So they've fucked up the timeline worse than Barry Allen, really. They've actually messed up not just messing up other people's lives, they've literally messed up how the world's actually running, which could make for a very good season. I mean, this doesn't actually mean that Kamandi is going to appear, but Mark Guggenheim did say that we will be getting a new character appearing, but they couldn't actually say who it was. I mean, I'm quite liking the Kamandi kind of storyline with how everything's changed. It's very, very interesting storyline. We could go into kind of more kind of depth, but he doesn't really have many powers. I mean, Kamandi's powers are agility, intelligence, leadership, marksmanship, stamina, stealth, tracking, and on the combat. So he just seems like an Arrow kind of based character to me. He's trying to save the world in some kind of sense. So I mean, I think they might go with Kamandi. Usually when people report stuff, they are generally right. I mean, if you look in like the DC kind of encyclopedia, it says the boy Kamandi was born in the aftermath of a disaster that destroyed this human world. Kamandi was raised by his grandfather in bunker Kamandi D, from which he got his name when Kamandi ventured outside the safety of the bunker. He discovered that humans he encountered behaved like dumb beasts and that animals matured into humans. So that's pretty cool that like it says that animals are like having behaviors of humans. And then if you look, the lost boy on Earth was captured by the Tiger Empire but broke free with the scientist Dr. And radioactive mutant Ben Boxer, setting off in a search of a way to restore humanity. Kamandi briefly travelled back in time to the 20th century, Metropolis, and met Superman. Later, a group of alternate Earth heroes visited during the Crisis of Infinite Earth. So, yeah, it literally does describe the ending of Legends of Tomorrow. But I don't think you can read too much into this, because this is just a theory. It would be quite cool to see Kamandi. I mean, I've literally got no ideas who could be the potential villains, because it's literally just finished a couple of weeks ago. I just wanted to get a video out what I think the ending tells us, but I don't think whatever Legends Tomorrow is go with, I don't actually think this will be the storyline for the whole season, because the season for season 2 was really about them trying to restore time, and this just seems too similar to last season, except for in the current 2017 everything's messed up. I mean, it is a time traveling show, so it would be interesting to see the Legends of Tomorrow actually stay in one time zone for a prolonged amount of time, but I can't honestly see it happening. I mean, Rip Hunter hasn't left the show. I know a lot of people are confused about him leaving the show, but he just won't be a season regular anymore. He hasn't left the show. In fact, I don't even think anyone's properly left the show. So it's going to be interesting to see what news we find out in the coming weeks and months. They obviously will confirm a lot about season 3 at Comic-Con. I mean, they can't really say a lot at the moment because I guess they're still writing the story, but they've definitely set up season 3 with the Legends landing from a time storm, time storm, I guess, but it's really just a time paradox. They've landed in an alternate kind of universe paradox, and they've got to restore like the world to how it should be. I mean, dinosaurs should be extinct. I find that word hard to say. Yeah, dinosaurs shouldn't even be around. So I think Legends Tomorrow will be really interesting next season. So let me know in the comments down below. Do you think they're going to go with this Kamandi storyline? Were you happy with it ending on Legends? What new characters do you think are going to pop up? I mean, I think Booster Gold's he's been like hinted at in Flash and Legends, but the people behind the Flash are making the Booster Gold movie, so that is understandable. So this is kind of a random video, what I think's going on at the ending and what I think they may do in season 3. So guys, like always, please like, subscribe and comment if you want to, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace out.